On to the tight end. My boom this week is Hunter Henry. He's projected 7.52 points. You kind of mentioned it earlier. The Dolphins, DBs are very talented. So I think Hunter Henry can do some work down in the middle, especially going against some of their linebackers, as good as they are too. But he's been averaging a little over 6 targets per game in the last 4 games, and I think Herbert will continue to look for him. And if you've noticed, they love finding tight ends in the end zone.
Gotcha.
That's their thing, and so
that last play was
to the tight end.
That random tight end out of nowhere.
He's a baller, I'm telling you right now. But yeah, I like Hunter Henry here.
All right. My boom tight end is Evan Ingram. He's definitely been trending 2 past games. He's got 10 targets. He's finally becoming that tight end.
He's gotten 10 targets each game. 10 targets. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so volume alone, I think that already puts him in a high tight end, like top 5 position, because tight ends don't get
10 targets.
10 targets a game.
That's a lot.
Daniel Jones is not a bad QB. Like,
please say that one more time.
Okay, let me rephrase. Daniel Jones can throw a good ball.
Okay.
When he's
there we go.
There's that one touchdown pass that we saw.
Golden Tate.
Dude, that was perfect.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Jones for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown.
That being said, as long as Daniel Jones doesn't freak out and just toss the ball into the air so that anyone could grab it, I mean, they're good balls. And Evan Ingram, he's been 10 targets a game. That's great. Yeah. So start him everywhere you can if you have him.
Okay. My bust this week is Jerry Cook Jr. He's projected 7.69 points. Michael Thomas is finally back. Saints are starting to pick up their offense, it looks like. And there's just a lot of mouths to feed. Plus, as bad as the 49ers defense is, who they're playing, I think they have one of the best linebacking cores. And I expect them to be matched up against Cook Jr. And I think it's hard to see him having a good game with so many receivers and weapons that they have.
Funnily enough, Quan Alexander
is on the Saints.
He's now on the Saints.
Yeah. But I mean, Fred Warner, they're back, right?
Yeah, but that'll be very,
interesting.
Definitely. My bust this week, and I'm really excited to say it, is Mark Andrews.
3 weeks in a row?
3 weeks in a row.
Damn, I have him too, dude.
I mean, come on. I was right the first time.
He is pretty ass, dude.
I was right the second time. Let's go for 3 in a row.
3 times.
All right. He is not a tight end 1 anymore. It's just clear. He's averaging 25 yards and 2 to 3 receptions a game, and has not got a single touchdown in the past 3 games.
Honestly, you're right though. Like with Lamar and that offense, you just can't trust any of their receiving.
Exactly. And watching last game, Nick Boyle, their other tight end, was way more involved than Andrews. He was that guy that Lamar was throwing to move the chain. So it was really interesting to see. As high as Mark Andrews was in the beginning of the season and all last year, I think it's just time to just give up on him. Package him up with another decent player and get a better tight end.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, good pick.
Yeah.
We'll see. 3 in a row. My last but not least, my sleeper is Mike Gesicki. He's projected 5.75 points. He's playing, again, we've said it, a below-average Chargers defense who are banged up. Basically, you said it all. Tua needs to throw the ball a ton because their running game is non-existent. And funny enough, an interesting stat I saw was Mike is 11th in red zone targets this year.
Out of all players.
Oh, wow. So, he gets his opportunity in the end zone. And, ever since Tua has played, he's been finding
Mike. He got a touchdown last game.
Yeah, so he's been finding Mike. Yeah. And so I like him as a sleeper pick this week.
Nice. My sleeper this week is Austin Hooper.
I keep forgetting where he plays. Browns?
Yeah. Coming back off injury. And I think right when the Browns need him most. Because, they lost OBJ. Landry is not a receiver 1.
Baker's not playing.
Rashard Higgins is not a receiver 1. Hooper has even though he's a big guy, he has the mobility and the hands of just a really, really big receiver. So I just feel like security blanket wise, he's going to be the go-to guy. Chip and just run and catch some balls. He did get 5 receptions in the last 3 games he's played. So he's very consistent in terms of getting his shares as well.
Yeah,
So.
and Baker's for sure out, right?
I don't know. Is he for sure out?
He got COVID.
Oh yeah, but then they were saying that if he can test negative, he will be good to go. But he has like that COVID.
Nonetheless, I didn't realize who their backup was until this morning. It's Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Also, he's not a bad quarterback.
He isn't a bad quarterback. And you know what? Regardless of who will be quarterback, I mean, if Case ends up being the starter, they're gonna rely on that run game a lot.
Yeah.
That's just what it is for the Browns. So I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.